All right, everybody. It is Monday, April 3rd, 2023. I decided to pull out my schmancy red hat today for this video. For whatever reason, my higher power said, grab the red hat, probably because I'm still adjusting to the fringe. Luckily, hair goes out, and it is what it is. I'm inspired today by the reading from Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart. She talks about your creative line to your heart, and that the creative process for many is the way that they feel loved, show love. And if you think of like artists, musicians, really any creative outlet, writing, is all a personal expression of who you are. And so for me, my yoga teaching and my social media posts are all an expression of who I am. I read a post from a poet earlier today about how, it's easy to look on social media and think that everybody's in love, everybody's on the beach, everybody's doing all the things that we want to be doing. But the reality is that a lot of us are slaving away to work. And so, take social media with a grain of salt. A lot of people can paint pictures that aren't necessarily true of who they are or what they're doing or how their life is behind the scenes. And so I put myself all out there, and it doesn't come with confidence. Sometimes there's a lot of fear in what I put out there, but my hope is that there's one person that it resonates with, and then if they're having a moment where they're not believing in themselves, that they can pick themselves up and say, okay, I got this, because we got this, right? We're in this lifetime together. We feel so many times that we're alone and that we don't have others to help us through, but the universe is out there trying to support us in our best efforts. What was interesting about Melody Beattie's reading that impacted me was a brief synopsis of this gentleman who loved photography, and he found his expression through it, love for himself and for what he did. And there was a point in time where his father grabbed the camera and threw it down on the ground and smashed it and said, "That's nonsense, give it up." And so he did, and it took him years, he says, to find his way back to the camera lens. And when he did, he realized how much he was missing in his self-expression. I've had a really creative day. I finished my workshop info for my studio, not my studio, but the studio I teach at. And it's approved, it's on the website, it's available to book. And I'm really looking forward to articulating this workshop for anyone who's interested in setting up a daily ritual. I normally use a service online where I map out my day planner pages, and then I have them printed, bound, and sent to me. I took it a step further and I created my own in Canva, which is an app that I use for social media posts, flyers, things like that. And it's starting off with just a 2-page daily ritual document for attendees in the workshop to have. My hopes is to expand it into a full-blown journal, day planner, so it'll be bound and available for purchase at some point. It's taken me a while just to get the 2 pages. But what I realized in today, because I've had other creative elements that I've been working on come to fruition, was that impact of hearing about that gentleman's father smashing the camera. My parents are very supportive of my career, and I've been in situations, though, where there have been outside forces that have not been. And I didn't realize until I really started putting forth more efforts, partly through the work of my therapist, helping me breaking through these blockages of why do I have all these amazing ideas that never come to fruition? And it's because there is past experiences that have imprinted in me that say when you start to do good, things fall apart. And so instinctively, the mind and the body freeze. So I start to have these rolling waves of good ideas, and I start putting them down on paper. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. I got it. It makes so much sense. And then I stop in my tracks because I reflect back to moments of saying, hey, I got this great idea. What do you think? And then crickets. That's my perception of how my life was before. Not always, but a lot of the time. And now I have the freedom to be able to move an idea from paper to fruition, to reality, and I hold my own self back. And so it's time to let that part of my past go and realize that there's nobody holding me back but me. So the reading from Melody Beattie went like this. Creativity is a force, a living, real force. It's the power of love, the power of life, a gift of the divine. You're connected to that force. Open up your creative powers in work, in play, in love. Make creations that are beautiful to look at. Make creations you like to see. Creations that are pleasing to you. Creativity comes in many forms: cooking, decorating, speaking, drawing, writing, or building a castle in the sand at the beach. How you choose to create is up to you. I used to love taking pictures when I was a child, one man said. Then one day, in a rage, my father smashed my camera to the floor. He told me taking pictures was nonsense. It was 20 years before I let myself take a picture again. Now I can't stop. Who told you you weren't creative? Stand tall, speak up, and tell them they're wrong. Own your creative powers. Allow your creativity to heal and flourish. Value your connection to creativity. Value the way you choose to express your creative power. It's your expression of love. Maybe that's why I got the red hat on today. I picked that up before I read the journal entry from Melody Beattie. But the universe works mysteriously, not so mysteriously in those ways. I am so incredibly grateful for this life. There are times that I have not been, and I am the one, it's me, myself, and I. I am the one that picks myself up. I am the one that lets myself down, and everything in between. And so I hope that if you're watching this and you feel like you are the only one that picks yourself up, know that that's okay. And your higher power wants you to be in that position for a reason. If you're watching this, I love you. And I hope that those of you that are in a position where you don't like the space that you're in right now, know that it's temporary and that it will pass at some point when you're willing to let the grip go. I don't know who's watching my videos, but somebody's watching them, and I love that you do. So I appreciate you, and enjoy the sunshine. It's misleading because it's cold outside. I'm looking forward to jumping into a hot yoga room tonight to teach, and to hope that my words and my actions affect those students in a positive way, to know that they are loved and supported every time they show up. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Cheers.